They're starting up again, aren't they?
It seems like they've never stopped.
What is it this time?
The same as it's always been.
This war seems endless. 60 years of suffering and still no end in sight.
Suffering.
Suffering, that is what we have endured. Suffering, that is what our brothers have been reduced to. Suffering, that is what our people have faced for 20 years. They stole our land, our jobs, our home, and created a nation of thieves and despots. Pawns of the British Lion, they have relied on the mandate to establish their land in our Palestine.
Land that was rightfully ours, and yet they are attacking us and causing us suffering. We must defend ourselves and our nation in this war. Sons and daughters of Israel, rise against the Arab threat. They're attacking our homeland, our freedom, and our nation. They seek no diplomacy, only war. The Arabs are brutal. They're killers, and we're their targets. Not anymore. No longer shall we be victims. Remember the war's past.
Dear Mama, I received the letter from you just yesterday. The situation at the front has not changed and has been full of nothing but hatred. So much hatred, so much resentment, too much innocent blood spilled.
The Arabs will not accept us, even if we win the war. Our independence depends on surviving. They call for our destruction. They call for our removal. We must fight and live.
They are savages and they bomb our refugee camps. Rumors are circulating that millions of Arabs are now homeless. I fight for them. And for you. I will fight till death.
Pack your things. We're going home. The war is lost. An armistice will be agreed upon, with the threat of another war still hanging over our heads.
No! We must fight!
And you shall. The war is not over. Only this battle is lost.
Mama! Where's Mama? Where's Mama? What's wrong? Where's Mama?
The shelling.
Not as bad as 48.
My mother died in 48.
Indeed, 48 was a bad year for the Middle East and for the...
That land has faced the worst of history.
First with the Ottomans, then with the British Mandate. Year after year of war. And then there was Nasser.
Of course, Nasser.
Today on The Voice of Arabs, President Gamal Abdel Nasser has a special message for the people of Egypt and all the Arabs.
It is the duty of us to protect Egypt and Arabism. We have been under the British thumb for too long. These Western colonies won't make themselves our monarchs anymore. Our Arabs will rise. The United Arab Republic has already shown us the sheer might of Arab will. United, we can remove the threat of Israel. With the Soviet weaponry we've acquired, any enemy will fall before us. Every strike we make, America comes to pick up the pieces of Israel, so we must give them nothing to repair. We must enter the battle bravely. We must continue to battle until we regain what we deserve. We must remove the Zionist scum from the Holy Land. We shall not enter Palestine with its soil covered in sand, but with its soil saturated in blood.
Finally, a leader for the Arabs. The Western world thinks they can control us here. Why else send Britain and France to invade the Suez with Israel?
Nasser provoked the attack by nationalizing the canal.
Necessary precaution with the Israeli scum. They killed my mother, your brother. How can you sympathize?
I don't, but every war has its toll.
My mother was more than a toll. I will not let her death be in vain. I will fight the Israelis wherever I am, here or anywhere else. Never forget that. Until the UN vacates the canal, we shall never reclaim our stolen land.
We lost in Suez.
Maybe in arms, but not in politics. Now the world knows the treachery of the Jews. No matter what they do, the British and the French will always have their way.
We can't just be pawns, and who knows how they want to twist the situation around.
It's as simple. We attack at the Sinai, the Egyptians get scared, then the British can come in and take over the area. Then we have a secure canal and no blockaded straits.
Can we risk more Arabic repercussions? What if an arms race starts?
What if our people starve? If they keep control of the Suez, Tehran is next. They'll start arming themselves and Nasser will unite them. You know what will happen.
Fine, we will attack.
Of course, Nasser.
You know the Suez wasn't really his fault. It was the British and the French.
No, of course not.
Yes, they manufactured the whole thing in secret with Israel.
But the UN forces came in, Nasser kicked them out, and we had a whole new war.
It was a continuation of the old war.
General, what is the situation?
As you know, the Egyptians have taken the Suez Canal back from UN control. As well, they've blockaded the Straits of Tiran from Israeli access. We are running on a very limited supply of oil, food, and every import.
As I have explained to you before, Mossad intelligence is finding more and more concrete evidence that the Syrians are planning on going through with the water diversion plan. Of even more concern is that the Egyptians are receiving arms and financial aid from the Soviets. We are also looking into finding and terminating the PLO headquarters in various refugee camps in Syria.
Ugh, the PLO has become bothersome. They are stopping settlement efforts in the north. We are seeing an increase in the number of Egyptian troops in the Sinai. Gamal Nasser's violent threats and the spreading of Arab nationalism is a major threat to Israel.
In a recent speech, Nasser said, "There is no longer a way out of our present situation except by forging a road toward our objective, violently and by force, over a sea of blood and under a horizon blazing with fire."
If they win, it will be like 1939 again. Our intelligence shows that they have troops over here on the south and 2 airstrips over there on the north. Our air force has been training around the clock. If we attack first, we can destroy most of their air force before the Syrians alert them.
Our people are constantly living in fear. However, the United States of America has stated that if we do make a preemptive strike on Egypt, they would not be willing to help us.
With us air support, neither the Syrians nor the Jordanians will stand a chance. Our infantry and tank units will be more than enough to push the Egyptians back and secure our borders. It was a continuation of the old war.
It seems we are always fighting. I'll see you, my friend.
It was him.